Remember when I said Starsand Island felt like playing as a main character in a slice of life anime? Well, baby, it's time for Season 2, the deep dive into everything we know so far. My first video gave you the foundational overview of gameplay and mechanics, but since then, the developers have been dropping quite a bit of news, crushed their Kickstarter goals, and now we have details about features that are extremely refreshing to see in games of this genre. We're talking interactive NPCs that remember your conversations, a customizable water park, hoverboards, and recent news and previews on the romance system. Plus, so much more that connects to those gameplay foundations I showed you all before. If you haven't seen that video, please be sure to check it out, as it will be helpful as we dive into more of what's coming to Starsand Island. So in that first video, I called this game a slice of life anime meets farm sim. And while that phrase rings true, farming here is actually totally optional. The game has really good roots in the life sim, farm sim, neighborvania, and sandbox genres where you can choose the life you want to live. The devs' vision on this game is actually really gorgeous, and I don't think it's talked about enough. On their Kickstarter's first post, they shared that every action you take won't go unnoticed. You can choose the bond you want to form with other characters, or you could do nothing at all, lie on the beach at night and watch the stars rise one by one. They've designed what they call useless but beautiful details, like ants moving their homes by the roadside or the sound of wind chimes at dusk, to remind players that the most meaningful moments come from those non-goal-oriented experiences. Which brings us to the NPC and affinity system explained. In a recent press release, Seed Lab's technical director revealed that their team is aiming to make the inhabitants of Starsand Island compelling individuals with their own engaging personalities and long-term personal goals. The devs are looking to break new ground in how players will establish and nurture vibrant relationships with NPCs, building bonds as we interact with them in-game, so every islander and their stories feel truly alive. We're talking NPCs with lifelike memory, perception, emotions, and independent decision-making. We'll help them achieve their long-term personal goals, so we're growing with them along the way. This means no more cardboard cutouts of NPCs that are standing around waiting for us to talk to them. These islanders actually have life to them. They have signature interactions that reflect their individual personalities, and they'll actively respond to what's happening around them. From what I've seen in beta, they'll photobomb your selfies, they'll greet you, and animal lovers will go out of their way to interact with stray cats or dogs they spot. I also want to talk about Starsand Island's most recent romance trailer and a few details you might have missed. On the character card, we see 5 hearts displayed, meaning as we level up affection and reach the next heart levels, we'll unlock that feature as well. The first feels pretty standard. This means you'll be able to receive gifts from this character, which is pretty nice because, let's be real, gifted items means more items we don't have to collect for ourselves, which means more items we get to sell to make more money to craft more things to decorate. I know it feels like a basic tier, but in a lot of games it takes characters some time to warm up and send us gifts, so I definitely see this as something we can use to our advantage. The second is outings, which means you can invite them on little dates. From other trailers we've seen, I believe this might range from grabbing some drinks at a cafe, riding across town together, swinging as the sun sets, and watching movies. The third is room visits. Traditionally, in many sims, this is when NPCs unlock their rooms so we can visit them. But I really wonder if this means that they could visit our house? And maybe they ask if we need a hand around the farm like we see in this clip? Fourth is requests, and this looks like it'll unlock some really pretty heart events. In this clip, the MC is helping Pastel with a few things she asked for, as well as giving a chicken a bug. And I wonder if different requests from the characters mean we'll get different heart events or cutscenes for every request. I love seeing heart events in any game, so if this is the case, the more the merrier. And last is cohabitate. Y'all, I am so curious as to how this plays out. In the trailer, we see the MC and Pastel working together to cook breakfast and clean dishes, and to snuggle up on the couch to watch TV. I am wondering if this is locked to just one character, almost like a proposal, or if it extends to multiple characters. If it is multiple characters, how does that work? Do they stay at our house? Do we have Zephyria staying over on the weekends and Delphin Monday through Thursday? Or do we get to sleep over at their house? If we can date and coexist with multiple people, are we just bouncing around from place to place with all the characters we're interested in? I am excited to see how this plays out and what living together really means. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's something you hope to see in these tiered levels? Do you have any predictions I haven't covered already? There's actually even more we can talk about in terms of relationships, but just to keep it short and sweet, look how gorgeous these heart events and cutscenes look from the trailer. Like I said, I love heart events in games of this genre, and honestly, I only want to cover games I truly feel passionate about. I gravitate towards farming, life, and dating sims with unique ideas and gorgeous aesthetics that I could easily play for hundreds of hours. If you feel the same way, then please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because that means you, me, and the rest of this community already have so much in common. Next up is the first and main Kickstarter goal that Starsand Island reached: the ocean park, houseboat, and other customizable areas. This will be an interactive and fully customizable water park built entirely by players with water slides, Ferris wheels, and more. We'll also likely be able to invite online players or NPCs to share this time together in a completely personalized space. Again, based on what I played, it looks like there's different parts of the map or development areas that we'll be able to unlock as we progress through the story. And again, I'm getting the impression that these are areas that we'll be able to fully customize. Based on their post on Kickstarter, the devs explain that they created this water park so players can have enough space for custom builds, and that they plan to open more customizable areas in the future. When I played, I was most drawn to the crafting mechanics, like any game. And it's just now occurring to me that this could also create an addictive gameplay loop. At the time of making this video, Rune Factory Guardians of Ozuma released, and one feature I love is the ability to decorate and customize your villages. My time at Evershine is also following this suit, as well as Starsand Island, and I think the addition of the water park feature is definitely one that uniquely sets it apart from others in this genre, as well as the houseboat. This was a community vote and one I definitely voted for because this is another detail that is really unique and sounds like a ton of fun. The idea is that the houseboat will be another kind of home we can build to our liking, whether that's a small amusement park, floating garden, or pirate ship. This means there is going to be even more design materials for this feature, so we have even more freedom in terms of design. And then there's going to be rollerblades, flight vehicles, and hoverboards. I was super excited to see the addition of roller skates in the stretch goal. Me in real life, I am so accident prone that I stay away from anything with wheels for my safety and for the safety of others around me. My partner, on the other hand, has been blading as a hobby for years, and when I watch him blade, it just looks so freeing and effortless. I know it's silly, but I'm actually really excited to simulate this experience through a game that is totally safe and does not land me in actually getting a face full of gravel, cuts and bruises, or a trip to the hospital. Plus, look how cute they are. Cruising around in game is so much fun, and it's nice to see there's more options, even flight crafts and hoverboards. Like, come on, look how sick this concept art looks. It sounds like these are something we'll have to craft ourselves after we unlock the blueprints via the mines and ruins, baby. Just imagine floating through the island on this thing. I am really curious to see if there will be height added so we can literally just hover over obstacles. Based on the descriptions or above breathtaking aerial views in their Kickstarter post, it sounds like it. And we'll also be able to snap photos mid-flight. Next up is more pets, pet shop, and pet customization. This one's super cute for any animal lovers out there. We'll see more pets, a pet shop, and pet customization where we can purchase pets we won't usually find in the wild and give them cute little accessories or outfits. Right now, the unlockable pets you can find are cats, dogs, a squirrel, and capybara. They also announced the addition of a fox and red panda. Just on a quick side note, I love the thoughtfulness of inclusions of features in this game. Let me just read a few small notes from their post. The red panda has been ranked as the 13th cutest species in the world, and some of their inspirations came from this cute picture of two pandas puffing themselves up to look really big by raising their paws. The devs thought this made them even cuter and wanted to add this pose in the game, as well as natural behaviors like their love for apples, gentle nature, rubbing their faces, or licking their paws after eating. And they wanted to include the red panda to raise awareness about this endangered species that is primarily found in Asia. The next is a cute pink fluffy fox that is designed around the idea of cherry blossoms. Honestly, these two pets are all I could ever want and need in a game, but I'm curious to know, which pet are you most looking forward to adopting? And are there other pets you'd love to see in the pet shop? Let me know in the comments below. Next up is flower stalls, plant species, and cross hybrids. Okay, so this one reminded me a bit of breeding animals in Fields of Mystria, where you breed different tiers of animals to get more rare color varieties. I love when games add these features. In a super early post, the devs mentioned that certain flowers and plants can be used to craft dyes for clothing, and I think decorations? I'm hoping these features are kind of intertwined with one another. I just think it's super thoughtful to have gameplay that encourages us to crossbreed different plant species, to unlock different color varieties, and the ability to turn these into unique colors for clothing or decorations. It sort of serves as a secondary type of customization feature when games allow you to do this, and feels like a cool little achievement unlock when you get the color you want. And lastly, we'll see more character customization. In the early beta version I played, a lot of main features were still being added, especially in terms of character customization. Some of these were not shown in the version I played, and more info was released after that video uploaded, which include eye customization for your eye color, eyelashes, and eyebrows, makeup customization allowing us to personalize our makeup in greater detail with lipstick, blush, and eyeshadow among other features, and skin color ranging from light to darker complexions. They also released additional concept art after reaching the 120k stretch goal, so we'll see 8 new outfit designs, 4 for male and 4 for female. My biggest hope is that the devs build out character customization even more with color sliders for skin and hair. Maybe some more hairstyles, outfits, unique features down the line. I've seen tons of players asking for heterochromia, and honestly, that would be amazing. It's one of those little details that helps players really make their character feel like theirs. It's clear their inspiration is really centered on building an immersive world full of cozy, slice-of-life moments, and I'd love to see that same energy carry into player expression too. The more ways everyone can feel seen and make their character their own, the better. Last but certainly not least, here's a speedrun of FAQs and general info. For Kickstarter backers, good news is that the alpha keys will be released in September of this year. I know, it's coming up so quick. This was my first time actually backing a project ever. Baddish news, the alpha testing will have an NDA, meaning I cannot stream, share feedback, opinions, gameplay clips, etc. publicly outside of Starsand Island's alpha testing channel on Discord. As far as I know, the alpha keys will be different from the beta preview I received, and will likely see more content beyond that exclusive preview. The game is anticipated to have multiplayer. The game will be released in November 2025 and is planning to release on Steam, Xbox, PS5, Switch 2, and heads up that Switch 1 may come a little bit later after the projected release date. We covered a lot of ground, and I gotta ask, what additional feature are you most looking forward to in-game? Let me know in the comments, and let's nerd out about it. I also gotta say that it's 95 degrees in my apartment. It's 90 outside. I'm really hot, so if my voice sounds tired, exasperated, or anything like that, yeah, it's because it is. Yeah, I just wanted to say on a very small side note that if you watched that last video of Starsand Island, thank you so much if that is what brought you to the channel. welcome. I appreciate you being here so much. I was not expecting that video to be my most popular or most viewed video to date. I am blown away, and yeah, I literally have no other words. I'm gonna go stick my face under some AC. But if you're a big fan of life and farm sims, please be sure to check out some of my other videos from this playlist. You might just find your new favorite. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.